We've covered two basic types of class relationships: aggregation and composition. And these relationships are when one class is a whole and the other classes are part of that whole, right? An inheritance relationship is when one class is a more detailed version of another class, and the more detailed class is a subclass, and the other class is a superclass. The subclass inherits the superclass's members, being variables and methods, and we also refer to them as a parent and child class. Remember that aggregation and composition is a has-a relationship, whereas inheritance is a is-a relationship, right? So in this case, an employee is a person, right? With the composition and inheritance, remember that a dealership has cars. A dealership has a manager. A dealer or a manager is not a dealership, right? It doesn't have that same inheritance. So now let's look at them when we combine these features. In the real world, it's fairly common to have aggregation, composition, and inheritance relationships in the same program. For example, what sort of inheritance relationship could or should there be added to our earlier dealership program shown here? Well, we could add an employee class that we can then specialize into managers and salesperson, because I'm sure that there's plenty of commonality between the manager and the salesperson, right? So we can extend employee and gain that benefits of having the reduced code, and we can reuse the code because employee is a person, right? But don't forget, our employee class extends person, even though person isn't directly germane or tied to our dealership class. So hopefully this illustrates how composition, aggregation, and inheritance all ties together. Now, it's kind of hard to see with this black background, but remember that composition is a solid diamond. Usually they show up as solid black diamonds, right? And aggregation is a hollow diamond. So this is actually a hollow diamond. It's normally on a white background. So remember, aggregation is a hollow diamond, and composition is a solid diamond. So this is filled in, right? Okay, so I want to make sure that we were clear on that. Composition is solid, inheritance is hollow. Or excuse me, aggregation is hollow. Inheritance is the triangle, right? Which is also hollow.